Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick video to kind of kick off day one. So we are starting a 21 Day Fix group together, and this week we're actually going to dive into all of the basics of the challenge group, your program, everything like that. And I want to give you my best tips and tell you how I did it, so that way you can do it the best that you can in the best way that you can. So you have seen in the group, I've actually already shared the handbook. Now, some of you may have had the chance to go through it. Some may not have. So don't worry. I am going to post day by day into the comments below the video the actual pictures that I'm going to be talking about and the ones that you need to do each day. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed. So just kind of take it day by day if you haven't already gone through it. If you have and you want to start the workouts, go ahead. Dive in, share your sweaty selfie or proof that your workout is on. Share your shake and share one meal from the day. That's kind of our three things that we're going to be working on during the actual challenge itself. So this week is all the basics. We're going to be going over the meals, we're going to be going over meal planning, before and after photos, setting goals, our why, and then on next Monday, we're actually going to dive into the workout. So everyone will be starting next Monday for sure, but if you want to go ahead and start a little sooner, go right ahead, do that. I know for myself, I like to kind of watch the workouts sometimes, or just to kind of try them out and have an idea of what I need, what I'm going to be doing, so I can really give it my all on that day one. So if that's something you want to do, go for it. So today I'm actually going to screen share the ones we're going to kind of talk about, and then I'm just going to give you my tips. So let's do this. All right. Hopefully you can see this. It hasn't been very clear, but that's okay. It's in your handbook. So I'm going to go to the second page or the first page of info. So it's actually just straight from your 21 Day Fix book. I actually took the information how to calculate your calories, so you can find out which section you're going to be, or which category you're in for the calorie brackets and for your containers. So this is super basic. This is just calculations, finding out where you need to be in what range of food that you need to be in. Now, if you are breastfeeding, you need to automatically go up to the 1800 calorie bracket because that's what you need minimum when you're breastfeeding. So make sure you're up there. And then if you find that you're not producing as much milk as you normally do, then you need to just up your calories just a little bit more, just so that way your body's getting everything it needs. But this is where you're going to start. This is your basics. So I want you just to take the time, look at the graphic. You can look in the handbook or in the comments and you can figure out where you are. So I personally am in the first bracket. Now, if you find that you are supposed to be in the third bracket, you'll see once we move down, and then you look at how much food you need to eat and you're like, I will never finish that. You never ever want to eat so much that you're like forcing yourself to eat. When you're full, you're full. Now, what you do need to know though, if you're going to be cutting out different containers and going down to that lower bracket, you want to make sure that the last thing you're skipping is your protein and your veggies. Okay, if you're going to cut something out because you're full, you cut out your carb and you cut out your fruit. Those are the first things, okay, because the protein is really important for your muscle growth, and that's what's going to tighten your skin. That's what's going to help you shrink in different areas of your body. So you need that protein, and you really need the vegetables because that's what's going to give you your vitamins. It's going to help your body adjust. So that's really important. So we will talk a bit about that in the group, and then if you have questions or you're finding that you're full or maybe you're still hungry, just comment in the group and let me know, and then I can help you adjust from there. So then I go to the next page. So here, once you figure out your calories, you'll see in the book, so if you have your program already, you'll see in your book that it looks just like this, or you can look in the handbook. And so say for me, if I was between 1200 calories and 1500 calories, I would be in this first category. So I know that I need to eat 3 containers of veggies a day. I can eat 2 containers of fruit a day in the purple container, 4 protein, 2 carbs, 1 is like dairies and stuff, and then 1 oils. And then your teaspoons is like peanut butter and stuff like that. So what I do is I look, okay, well, for myself, I first always plan my protein because I then can think, okay, well, you know, you got your chicken or your meat or whatever you're having for supper. So that's one. Your Shakeology is two. So I have two more. So I can have a protein. And maybe I want a snack that's a protein to go with my lunch. Or maybe at, 10 o'clock or at 3 o'clock, you want to have like at your coffee break or around those times, maybe you want to have another snack that's a protein. So that's where my fourth one would come. Okay, so that's really important. Now, if I ate all these containers and I was still hungry, I would just up my protein by one. That's what I personally would do, because typically if you're working out and you're still hungry, your body just needs a little bit more of that. So I would go up to my fifth protein if I was still hungry. So that's something like Greek yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, cottage cheese, ricotta cheese. So those are the kind of things I might add on if I was starving, but only if I was starving, not if I was just hungry because I was hungry. We're trying to break that habit. Okay, so this is the page that will help you to figure out what bracket you're going to eat in. And then you'll see in your book, where you can look in the handbook as well, that there's different foods that are suggested for each container. Now, what I personally do is I actually go through these lists and I write out which foods that truly speak to me and the ones that I enjoy and my husband enjoys. And if we have company, if I have my parents or someone come over, I can say, okay, I know these foods are good for all of us. Those are the foods I'm going to buy. So I actually write them down, and that goes on my grocery list. And then I make my meals from those things. Okay, so take your time. I want you to go through this. I want you to write this out. I want you to start to think about it. So today's assignment is for you to actually calculate your calories, figure out which bracket you're going to be in, and then go through each of the containers, the approved foods, and write out a list of foods that are best for you. So that's today's assignment as we dive in. So I hope that helps, and thank you for joining me in the video.